Hello, hello, my fellow gamers. This is Macho Skater here.
コンセプトムービーと書いてありました。これ初公開です。これ初公開。公開するつもりもなかったんですけど。そうなんですね。
Dad was such a drag. Every day he'd eat the same kind of food, dress the same, sit in front of the same kind of games. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. But then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back, and I'm bringing my new toys with me. Two oh four eight six three.
Two zero four eight 63. I walked. I could do nothing but walk. And then I saw me walking in front of myself. But it wasn't really me. Watch out. The gap in the door. It's a separate reality. The only me is me. Are you sure the only you is you?
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who he shot in the stomach, was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio. Several days before the murders, neighbors say they heard the father repeating a sequence of numbers in a loud voice. They said it was like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears unrelated, though it could be part of a larger trend such as employment, child care, and other social issues facing the average family.
Okay, listen up, and don't you move. Need to take a piss? Hold it. The show's got just 60 seconds to go, but I got a message for all you folks out there in Radio Land. So sit tight and bend an ear. Now's the time for action. Our society is rotten to the core. I'm talking to all the fine, upstanding folks got their welfare cut, got their jobs pulled out from under them. Yeah, you know what to do. Now's the time. Do it.
Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started. You can't trust the tap water. Look behind you. I said, look behind you. After killing his family, the father hung himself with a garden hose they had in the garage. 204863. 204863.
Your son. Send him on his way to heaven. By your own hand. It's not too late if you act fast. You, what did you do? Right in front of everyone. I'm putting this on the news, you psycho murderer.
As the congressional debate over gun control flares up yet again, we regret to report the murder of a wife and her 2 children by their husband and father. The father purchased the rifle used in the crime at his local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started. Retrieved the rifle and shot his wife as he was cleaning up the kitchen. You can't trust the tap water. When his son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the good sense to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from point-blank range. The mother, who was shot in the stomach, was 204863. Seen after neighbors called 911 found the father in his car listening to the radio. Several days before the murder, look behind you. I said, look behind you, like he was chanting some strange spell. There was another family shot to death in the same state last month, and in December last year, a man used a rifle and meat cleaver to murder his entire family. In each case, the perpetrators were fathers. State police say this string of domestic homicides appears under 204863. Child care and other social issues facing the average family.
You've been chosen.
Sake of me. He said none the word. I am that I am. I am that I am. That's John. Already revealed your tongue. This for nothing but lies. God's truth is here to come to reckon. The end coming. Any heretics God delivers to you, bind in whips and bring to the chapel. We will root out the outsider whore who's brought this darkness to our good earth. The tribulations are upon us, and we must make ready for righteous violence in the name of the Lord. Pray and hold fast. God loves you. But Val and his apostates stole away the unborn enemy. The fiend's father is escaped. My vicious little angel. You won't have to be strong for much longer. And I've asked him, I've said, God, why must we suffer like this? Why must we do this terrible violence? Do you hate us, God? Do you hate this world? Children, I know you hear the glass breaking. You hear your neighbors cry. Then suffering are not the children of God. Those are heretics in our midst. Servants of the enemy. Lock your doors, bar your windows. Hold your loved ones close to you. The enemy's Passover is begun. We must rise to face it. There is no innocence among the outsiders in our midst. Give them the knife, the club, the fist, if it's all you got. God rejoices in the spirit. Any heretic God delivers to you, bind his fist and bring to the chapel. We will root out the outsider whore who's brought this darkness to the earth. Tribulation is on. And we must make ready for righteous violence in the name of the Lord. Pray and hold fast to God loves you. You truly love someone. You have to hate them too. That's part of love. You're right. Or coward. Right. All in. Or coward. There's the wolf. The wolf that harbors the Antichrist. Children, stay calm. Nothing shakes the earth but the will of the Lord. And God's on our side. We got nothing to fear. Us doing his work. The Lord's wrath is kept for blasphemers to the enemy, for the disseminator of his foul seed. Pray and hold fast. God loves you. You hate God because he made you kill the child. God himself killed his own child, nailed him to a tree, and hung him, suffering for days before he died. And when his only son said, "Why hast thou forsaken me?"